Hey everybody, welcome to the 1804 show, chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is episode 285. About to bring my guest in real quick because we on a short timeline. Hey, shout out to my supporters, shout out to everybody. Yo, what up, man?
What's going on? What's going on?
Man, nothing, man. It's a pleasure.
I appreciate you having me, bro. Appreciate you.
Man, same here, bro. Man. Whew. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm one of your newest fans, bro.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Man, you have some great content, man. And like I said, like it's so organic, it's creative, man. And I just love talking to creative people.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Likewise. Likewise.
Yeah, man. So I wanted to ask you, what was the idea, what was the concept of just picking the Simpsons to do that?
Man, you know what? It's funny, bro. It just kind of happened. It just happened, man. I was going through some clips,
Mm-hmm.
and the first one, the very first one that I did, the first Simpsons one, it just stuck out to me. And
Mm-hmm.
so I did it and I put it out there, and then it just started to hit. Everybody was like, "Yo, we want more of these. We want more of these." And as a creator, you gotta feed the people. You gotta give them what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
the first video of mine that blew up was like me crip walking in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And so when I saw that blow up, I said, "Okay, they want to see the walk more." So I gave them the walk more. Now I'm seeing that they want the Simpsons more, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna give them the Simpsons. Now I'm still sliding other stuff in there in between, but
Yeah.
I'm feeding them what they want because I'm seeing that's what took off. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it just happened, man. And it's like, who don't love The Simpsons, man? One of the longest running shows. Everybody done watched it. It's broken the barriers of racial everything, because everybody watch it. Everybody watch it. So I started thinking about like, how would it sound if, you know what I'm saying? Like if it was different, like still the Simpsons platform, but if it was different and was relatable to me because my homies talk like that. I have the tendency to talk like that. When I get around my homies, I get the extra out, extra R's and all of that when I get around my homeboys. So it was just one of the things where it kind of happened organically and then it took off, man. So I just kept on pumping with it. And now I'm thinking about making it like a real series and maybe doing, because I've been doing just the reels, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking maybe I should go a little longer and do like a full episode. That way I can kind of expound on like editing, because people don't know how much work goes into this stuff. Like I have
Mm-hmm.
to insert almost every individual sound and like basically placement and timing and making sure that the words fit and that it's not rushed and that it looks natural. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like it's way more to it than just like hitting record than people realize. So with more time, it kind of gives you more opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's just how it happened, man. It's just like throwing darts, and that one hit, so we just kept on with it.
Man, my favorite one is always going to be when Homer was in the hospital, man. It just seemed like you hit that Dr. Hilbert impression like a
My my
mud.
my fault, bro. I lost you for a little bit. You said what was your favorite one?
When Homer was at the hospital
Oh,
and you did that Dr. Hilbert impression, like, man, that the
appreciate it.
laugh too.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that
that.
was lovely, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So,
I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, like I said, just trying to make it authentic and trying to be different too, man. A lot of people get stuck in trying to feed the people the same thing and they don't try to switch it up. So you get stuck on that,
right.
man. And it's just like, I want to give y'all the same kind of brand, but switch it up every time. You know what I'm saying? And give you different scenarios and different clips. And then for it to be one of the longest running shows, it's like I got infinite amount of episodes to choose from, you know? And so it's just like, but yeah, I appreciate that though, man. And it was funny, man. I was like, dang, and it takes a while too, because it's not just one take. Because sometimes I do it and I'm like, okay, nah, I don't like that. Or I'll do it, I'll be like, okay, what if it fit? So that one with the laugh, that laugh is actually broken down into two different sections because it wasn't long enough at first. So I had to re-record it and then extend the laugh and kind of like, and like all of that and make it fit. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. As well,
Man.
too, man. Hey, don't pull no punches, bro. Whatever you want to ask, please ask it, man. When it comes to the art and when it comes to, interviews and stuff, I try to be as transparent as possible, be an open book. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to ask, please do that, man. I'm all the way with it.
Oh shoot, man. Same here, bro. I'm raw, real uncut on this show. We discuss a little bit of everything, but mainly like my platform, excuse me, consists of mental health, depression, and overcoming the odds, perseverance. So we talk about a lot of real things around here, but I don't really get the opportunity to um, just talk about that just all together. But I do try to have fun. I do try to have like a well balanced show. But we gonna get into that, man. But I really
But
just wanted to ask you. So what made you wanted to do this, and was it like a long process?
man, which part, like comedy or the voiceovers?
Little both.
A little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
With voiceovers, it kind of gives you the opportunity, especially for somebody that's kind of doesn't have the major budget. It
Mm-hmm.
gives you a out when it comes to production, right? Because I don't have animators, I don't have video editors, I don't have these big production companies backing me just yet, because it's coming. But I don't
Yeah.
have that right now. So when it comes to voiceovers, it allows you to kind of take a different director seat that you normally couldn't. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then we've just been doing that forever, man. Me and my brothers, I got three older brothers. We used to just sit around and we commentate and we would make movies our own, you know what I'm saying? Or, parents asleep, so we gotta like turn the TV down and now we doing the voices to what we watching, So that's how that kind of came about. It's always been something that I like, and it's just I love every facet of comedy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many, man. Stand up has grown so much that it's not
Mm-hmm.
just stand up no more. It's skits, it's voiceovers, it's reels, it's TikTok. It's you know what I'm saying? It's so many different realms of this comedy that's why it's like I try to exercise every piece of it. You know, and the way I got started, man, I was 19. And it's funny because I always wanted to be a comedian, but I didn't know how to start. Like I didn't know like the first step. And so I was going to Maricosta College, and we had the first Black Student Union Conference. And the Black Student Union Conference is basically a little conference where they invite high school kids over to kind of give them a little bit of the experience and get them excited to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
So we had about, I think, like 9 different high schools. There was a lot of kids, and the keynote speaker wasn't there, the food wasn't there, nothing was ready. Only thing we had set up was the mic and speakers. And my sociology professor, Dr. Bruce Hoskins, he was like, "Cree, go up there and stall them." And I was just like a road hand. I was just a stage hand. I was only helping. I had nothing to do with the actual performance or anything. And so he's like, "Go up there and stall them." And I was like, "Me?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What do I do?" He was like, "Just get up there." And I went up there and I did like 45 minutes of freestyle comedy, bro. And it was just joke after joke, punch after punch. And it was like, even now telling it, man, it give me chills every time I tell this story. That was like the first high. And I was like, yo, this is it. This is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and ever since then, just been chasing that high. Now, of course, things in life happen where, you finding your way. So I stopped for a minute, but I decided to put my foot down at 26. I said, okay, we doing this. Comedy or bust. I'm chasing this thing. I'm gonna make it happen. I tried everything else, man. I was like, nah, this is it. I know what I'm meant to be doing. So I put my foot down at 26, and then I'm 31 right now, and so it's just been ever since then it's just been a uphill climb, But to watch myself grow and really like, I look at my old videos compared to now, compared to my stamping, my branding, and being, being somewhat known for this is it's a blessing, man, because I started out not knowing the first step at all. It was like divine appointment. It was just like right place, right time. God was like, bam, here you go. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe everything is divine appointment, everything is predestined, everything is already written. So it was like I knew it, and I'm known for a long time. And it was funny because I didn't know why I knew it. Like the first time I ever said I wanted to be a comedian out loud, I was 16. My
Mm-hmm.
favorite teacher asked me in class, "Cree, what do you want to be?" I was like, "I want to be a comedian." And then after I said it, I was like, "Yo, why did I say that?" It was just wild. Like I've always been funny though. So, And then to have that happen at 19, where I was forced onto the stage, because I didn't know about
Hmm.
no open mics. I didn't know the first thing about that. Gave me the taste to want to start studying, to start studying other comedians, to start seeing how everybody got their break. Finding out that Dave Chappelle was doing, stand-up clubs at 15, riding around with his mom and stuff or catching a bus. And I was like, dang, that's the hustle, that's the grind. Okay, that's how you do it. So then I started hitting
Hmm.
open mic. One of the open mics that I first started hitting was Black Expression. Shout out Black Expression. They helped me
Hmm.
kind of hone in on my craft. I was there almost every week. I was working at a club and I was bouncing. I was a bouncer. I was a doorman. And one of my homeboys walked up. He was like, "Yo, nigga, it's this spot. Like it's like Love Jones. It's black poetry." Like he was so excited. And I'm sitting there checking IDs, but I'm like, "Word?" Like what I'm saying? Like Underground Railroad. Like word, we could be free. And so after that, I just started going, and it was so impactful. I left that job. I left that job to make sure my nights was open, so I could constantly do that. And so
Hmm.
from there, just learning other gigs, meeting other comedians, and just the climb. It's crazy, man. Like if you keep taking the right steps in the right direction, stuff just gonna start happening. It was like the right buttons just started, the right doors started open. People started hearing about me, and even
Hmm.
just with the following growing, like I said, 9 seconds of crip walking is what did it at first. Boom. Next thing I know, I jumped from 800 followers and knowing them all personally, like family and friends, people I
Hmm.
went to school with, yada yada yada. 800 followers. The next thing I know, I'm at 20 something thousand. It's like, okay, whoa. And then I plateaued for a minute, and that was messing with me. I was like, dang, I ain't growing. And then the Simpsons joint take off, and to jump from the 23.1 thousand to now I'm currently at 30,000.2, I think. It's like, yo, okay, now
Hmm.
you seeing growth. Now you know you're taking steps in the right direction. Okay, this is what's required of me. And also it's doing a lot for me because the voiceovers take some of the stress off. Because when you film, man, it takes so much into filming. For one, they're gonna tear you up. If something ain't perfect, if you
Hmm.
a piece of crust in your eye, they on you. The comments, they gonna be like, this nigga got crust. He woke up and got right to film and he ain't gonna wash his face. They gonna tear you up. So for the animation and the voiceovers, it takes a little bit off of me. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like it takes a little bit off of me. So that's a good like little stress reliever. And then I just been on a schedule to where it's like y'all don't know how many of them I'm making. So I can slowly release them and it's like boom, 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 and
Okay, I think we had I think he froze. If not, I just add him back, guys. Shout out to all the viewers. Hope everybody enjoying this. I I swear like this is a dream come true because he's so hilarious. Okay, I just bring bro back. Shout out to all the viewers. Thanks for watching. Just bring them back.
my
Okay,
bad, bro.
bro.
Look,
Oh, it's all good.
I had set an alarm so I wouldn't miss this, and it kept popping up. I thought I was ending it. I ain't hear snooze. My bad. Cause look, if it's one thing, I don't like to be late when it comes to stuff like this, man. Like I
Hmm.
always try to be, cause comedians get that bad rap. You know what I'm saying? Comedians, some start at 8. Comedians show up at 8:45. Eating. Like, yeah, we got. Like, what you need? It's like we done now. We done, bro. Like you can go home. You can go home. So, but yeah, man, it's just it takes a little bit of stress off of you when you're able to do stuff like that and not have to worry about filming. And then the other thing too, man, is when you first start doing something, people aren't as dependable as when it takes off. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
people they're not gonna see the opportunity in it until it benefits them or until you know what I'm saying. So with that being said, I can't depend on somebody to pull up and act in some of these scripts or act in some of these sketches. So it's like with the voiceovers, everything's already there. You got your actors, you got your setup, you got everything. You just got to find the sounds and put the sounds to it. Like my
Hmm.
favorite one personally is the one where Homer's tied up and the fight is going on. Because when I first found that clip, it was in Portuguese. right? There was like it
Mm-hmm.
was in Portuguese, and I was like, what am I supposed to do with this Portuguese dude in the back? You know what I'm saying? So I had to mute the entire clip, and every sound that you hear is personally inserted. The fire igniting, the crackling of the fire, the punches, each individual punch, the vase being thrown and it breaks, her throwing the dude, and you hear the whoosh from her throwing him. You know what I'm saying? All of that is all me. So that one kind of hits on a personal level because I know about the work that went into that. Most people just gonna see it and laugh, but I see it. I watch with pride because I'm like, I did that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, man.
Yeah, that's dope, man. And who are your influences?
Oh man, hands down, very at the very first top, Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac off top, man. Rest in peace. Cause
Mm-hmm.
I like Bernie because he wasn't afraid to be himself, and he wasn't like he didn't care. He gonna be himself unapologetically, and also too, he ain't no punk. You know, a lot of times as a comedian, there's a thin line between comedian and court jester. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a
Mm-hmm.
lot of cats think that they have to degrade themselves in order to get the laugh. You know, and that's why I look up to Bernie because Bernie kept his dignity. He was a man's man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm funny, but I ain't nobody to play with. You can be slapped in this suit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like, man, because you don't have to be like that. You could be funny without you being a weenie. You know what I'm saying? Like we live in a time now where it's like you almost can't be a man without it being called something else. And it's like, nah, that's
Mm-hmm.
not that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I get into it with somebody and I want to fight, people gonna be like, oh my goodness, toxic masculinity. And it's like, no, nigga, I want justice. Like, what are you talking like? That's where I'm from. This is how you get justice where I'm from. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's things like that that I look up to because I think nowadays, man, Bernie wouldn't have made it. It's almost like he passed at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Because this world ain't ready for that type of raw comedy. So
Mm-hmm.
Bernie is up top, of course. You know, Richard Pryor, of course, and Paul Mooney.
Mm-hmm.
Got to give it up to Dave. Dave is like our Richard Pryor right now, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then you know, I got some other ones too, some offbeat, off the beaten path, Gallagher. You know what I'm saying? Like, just I appreciate like how crazy do you have to be? You like, hey, bro, during this set, I'm about to bring this watermelon on, and I'm about to bust it on the whole front. What like who thinks of stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause me, I probably be ticked off, bro. You bust a watermelon on my new outfit. I paid a lot of money for this front row seat. I wasn't trying to get
Right.
no watermelon juice on me. That's a fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much of a funny comedian. So if you bust a watermelon and people love it, they bring in covers and stuff like that at SeaWorld. That's crazy to me. That's you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's like I appreciate the art though in every which way form too, man. So it's like it's not just black comedy. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's what I identify with most, that's what I feel the most. You know what I'm saying? But it's not just black comedy. It's you know I love comedy in its entirety. You know what I'm saying? Even when it's like now, that's what I love about social media. It gives a stage to now the little guy. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? There's probably somebody in Chicago that might have been funnier than Bernie, but never got the shot. He never had the attention on him. He didn't, you know, just wasn't in the right place. And so now social media makes it to where now your bathroom could be the right place. The
Mm-hmm.
subway could be the right place. Your office could be the right place. Your car could be the right place. You know? So
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, those are some of my influences. Man, Eddie Griffin too. Eddie Griffin. Just any raw comedian that's not afraid to be themselves because I know that personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from a time where it was like it was all about the gangster, you know. So you couldn't be no comedian. You know what I'm saying? Like the older cats is looking at you like, cuz over here think he a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't be like that. So, but I still wanted to be myself and I still fought for that. So it's like when I see comedians that aren't afraid to be themselves, I know the fight that comes with that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Society sets these standards that you have to kind of abide by, and when you break against the mold and you be yourself, it's a battle. It's a constant battle. So anybody that engages in that same battle as me, I got nothing but respect for.
Yeah. And also, man, I just be trying to encourage like the people I love and my friends to chase after their dreams because it's just a lot of people are stagnated and they are comfortable in what they know, but you just never know what can happen. Like,
Right.
cause I'm still work a regular job myself, but man, when I clock out, man, I'm a boss, man.
Say
So
that.
I own this platform, I own my own company. So
That.
I'm the boss. I'm the only employee, and I like it like that. You know, even though I have people try to like work for me and stuff like that, I rather prefer to do it myself because you know how people try to take credit and turn on you and stuff like that
Right,
when you get established. So when I
right,
get established, I can just look back on it like, man, I did that, man. I
right,
sacrificed, lack of sleep,
right,
everything. But I just always just try to tell people like nobody holding you back but yourself.
right. Right, that's true. That's true, man.
Hmm.
As well, too, you ain't gonna let yourself down, man. I've had many people that been like, "Oh, Cree, let me film for you." And, excuse me, as a comedian, you love that, man, because ain't nothing like a live cameraman that can capture and move around and get crowd. It's way better than just a tripod. But when it came crunch time, they wasn't there. So
Hmm.
now I had to, get the tripod. It's funny because people used to look at me crazy. I come through with the big tripod. They're like, "Dang, why you got the big tripod?" Like, this is my employee, bro. I had to hire
Facts.
the tripod because somebody wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
The hire this ain't no tripod. This is my employee today. And so yeah, man, and if you want a job done right, do it yourself. You
Hmm.
know how you want it done. You know your vision. I've tried to work
Facts.
with some people and they come in and you give somebody an inch, they'll take a city, some of these people. So it's
Hmm.
like, God dang, nah, bro, you was just supposed to be a helping hand. You want to be the director. That's your chair over there. This is my chair. That's your chair over there. So I feel it. I feel it 100%, man. I do.
Yeah, man. And again, bro, I'm very proud of you, man, and
Yeah.
just keep going, bro. And what are your other plans? There's any other avenues that you want to take besides comedy?
Oh, definitely, man. I write poetry. I rap, and it's funny because growing up, I was a rapper first before comedian. And I'm talking about I was that kid, big DJ headphones, a CD player with nothing but instrumental beats, the composition notebook. Like, don't talk to me right now. I gotta finish this verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was that dude. Rap battles, all of that. And it's funny that the comedy took off first because I always thought I would be a rapper that's a comedian instead of a comedian that's a rapper. So it's like I'm still working on those avenues as well, man. But I ain't gonna lie to you, it's like I'm focused on the comedy more so because the hip hop freeway is flooded.
Yeah.
Everybody rap. You know what I'm saying? My mailman got a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like that is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like he like, hey, peep this out real quick. Hey, that's my nephew too. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm telling you, it's like it's bad, man. Like everybody rapping, and so the bar has been lowered, and so it
Hmm.
kind of gave me a little distaste for hip hop to where now it's like I freestyle on my own, I practice on my own, but I can't fight that passion, that itch is still there. And so it's like I'm using the comedy to get my foot in the door. And then once that takes care of what it needs to take care of, it's like aha bars, you know. But I have finished the EP. I'm gonna be dropping it pretty soon. It's getting mixed and mastered, man. Shout out to my engineer, my producer, Wes Unique, man. Y'all follow him. Um, he's been dope. He's been dope, and he's been helping me master my sound. Because like I said, I focused on the comedy so much, and I've grown so much as a man. The stuff that
Hmm.
I wrote when I was 16 is definitely not how I'm rapping now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, there's a whole lot of growth that comes with that. So he just kind of helped me master my sound and just help me get back into the flow of things and really just because I rap every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a real freestyler. Like I really believe in freestyle. Not that you wrote it and you took it to Sway in the morning and now you spit it and then a couple months later we hear it on the album. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm talking about like real freestyle, and that's like a form of meditation to me. Whenever I'm going through something and I don't know how to express myself, I'll get on the freeway and just put on an instrumental and just start going in, start spitting. And it's like a way for me to vent. You know what I'm saying? It's like hip hop has always been really near and dear to me. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, my first rap songs that I listened to and mastered, and I'm 4 years old rapping word for word Bone Thugs and Harmony creeping on a come up the whole album, and they like, hey, you been listening? You know what I'm saying? My brothers don't know, they just been playing it, they don't know I'm soaking it up. So I'm 4 years old spitting it word for word. They like, hey, bro, you can't say that around mom and dad. Like, you can't say, they don't know we listening to this. You can't say none of that, you know? So
Right.
it comes from a different place, but the music is definitely have some of my heart. And I feel like music and comedy, I feel like they go hand in hand. Some of the greatest albums, you remember the skits, the skits that was in between the album that took you through a journey, you know what I'm saying? Or your favorite parody songs, so I feel like it goes hand in hand. So that's one of the ventures that I want to venture out into. Like I said, I do poetry too.
Hmm.
I want to get more into acting and not just funny roles, but some serious roles and just be real diverse, man. Because people think too small, you know. Like I know Hollywood, they're gonna see the beard and the braids, and I'm a bigger dude. They're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna make him the crack dealer. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make perfect. Okay, Creed. We're so glad we have you here. Listen, you're a struggling gang member and action. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna do
Yeah.
that to me. But if I'm writing the script, why can't I be the doctor? You know what I'm saying? Why can't I be the teacher? Why can't I
Hmm.
be the mechanic? Why can't I be, so that's one of the things I want to do is start venturing out and getting out of those hype cast type deals where they going, you know what I'm saying? Like Hector. There's the Mexican dude Hector that we all in every movie his name is Hector, and he plays the same essay. You know what I'm saying? He been the same essay in Fast and Furious. He been the same essay in other, you know what I'm saying, like Training Day. He always like the same essay. Now it's probably paying his pocket, so he ain't tripping. But I
Hmm.
know he probably like, dang, Holmes, I want to be something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, why,
Right.
why can't I be a doctor, fool? Like, he probably like so it's one of those things where I want to venture out into that. And then the end goal is to have my own production company where I can start pulling people in and start making other people's dreams come true, start making
Hmm.
other people's projects, basically be that person that I don't have, to make stuff happen. Cause it's man, when you're trying to get into this business, it's a lonely road. You know what I'm saying? It's very few people that's willing to help, and then it's like the help you want, you ain't getting, and the help you getting, you don't want. You know what I'm saying? You like
That's true. That's true right there.
it's like, yeah, bro, you can stay. There's a lot of people trying to help me. They ain't dope at what they do. It's like I got it. Nah, I'm good. Thank you. Like I feel like it's like when you try to take something from a kid without like setting them off, and you like, thank you, I'll take that, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like you like, nah, you can't come over here. You about to mess everything up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got stuff in order at your house. How you gonna come over and help me with my dream? With this, and then I have a specific vision that I'm trying to build, man. I can't remember where I heard it, but they said dreams are like prescription glasses. They only meant for you to see. You know what I'm saying? They're only meant for your eyes. So
Hmm.
can't nobody see this empire that I envision. Like I see it so clear. That's the only thing that keeps me going. I see it right there. I see it. It's like right there.
Hmm.
And it's like can't nobody tell me or help me build it because you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't. I feel like I'm looking through the transformer glasses, like the Sam Witwicky grandfather glasses. It's like, oh, I can see everything on the blueprint. So
Hmm.
it's one of those type deals, man, where it's like it's no offense. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna have help later on because you can't do it by yourself. But
No.
at the stage where I'm at right now, it's like, nah, I got it. I gotta build up. And the other thing too is I've given people jobs before I was ready to give people jobs. You know what I'm saying? When I really didn't have the demand to give somebody the job. Like one thing I hate when I see like rappers with managers, and it's like, nigga, you don't even need a manager. What is he managing? You're not booked. You don't have back-to-back shows. You could do this yourself with the calendar app on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need who you think, you know what I'm saying? But some people just have a manager for the sake of having a manager because they think that's what they're supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? They think that's
Hmm.
what they're supposed to have. So I've made that mistake and I've given people jobs and then had to be like, hey, bro, I'm sorry. I know I made you this, but I'm not ready for that just yet. I'm not firing you. It's just let me build this up to where I feel like I promised you an office and I don't even have a building yet. You know what I'm saying? Let
Yeah.
me get the building first and then you're gonna get the office still. So and I like I said, I made that mistake before because you care about certain people that's been in your life and looking out and you know what I'm saying? You know that they're gonna be dope in this role, but you gotta build yourself up more, you know?
Yeah. And it's all about knowing your limitations, and because a lot of people believe in their own myths, and then their limitations is, right
Right,
in front of them. So it's all
right,
about preparation and everything like that.
right.
Because I only been doing this platform for a year and a half,
Word.
and a lot of people would think that I got it all together and this and that, but I'm still in my sophomore season. If this was the NBA, but
Right.
I've accomplished so much compared to like all my other counterparts, man. A lot of people come to me asking me for advice, asking me how to start this, how to talk and how to conquer the camera and stuff like that, I just told him like, shoot, I don't really know what to tell you except because you gotta develop your own technique. Because I can't show you my secrets, but
Right, right,
it's just all
right,
about technique and confidence.
right. Well, and it's not gonna fit everybody either. Your formula
Mm-mm.
is your formula. You got to figure it out for yourself. You know.
Absolutely.
So it's one of those things, man. It's just trial and error. My biggest advice to people is just start and see what happens. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because that's how I did it. I was like, okay, we just gonna start. I didn't know what I was gonna make. Some of my old, and this is because this is my second Instagram, man. My goofy self didn't know that you could just change the name. I thought I had to make a whole different account. So I made a whole different account. I made a whole different account, left all the followers behind. Just like, hey, y'all come over here, if y'all need to. But yeah, I made a whole different account, and a lot of them old videos, man, I look back and I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Because I just was like, there's a video I'm talking to one of the kids from he went to church with me. And his mom had us like watching him. And so I was just talking with him. He's sitting right here and I'm being old school with him, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, boy, y'all don't know nothing about no games. Y'all ain't never played Who Slapped Me. And he like, what? Who slapped me? And I'm like, yeah, you turn off the lights and you just slap whoever you can. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. You play Who Slapped Me. I said, or back in my day, we used to go to the tallest building in the city and jump off, and whoever died lost. And he was like, what? Like he just but that was one of the videos where it's funny, man. It's shot on like a 7-Eleven Android, like you know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? I got on a dusty Dicky suit, like I look like a fresh off janitor, like it's just so it's you just started. I just started compared to now, where it's like I see people like even people have even been complimenting my watermark because a lot of my stuff was getting stolen, bro, and it's like I had to learn to take that. I had to learn that whatever you do, if it's something, if it's valuable, somebody's gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the type where I'm like, give me my credit, cuz. Like I'm tripping, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't
Hmm.
always gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You're not always gonna get your credit. So now when I started doing the floating watermark where it's the two stamps, because at first I was stamping it just one. I put it in the
Hmm.
corner and niggas was cropping me out like graffiti. Like it literally felt like somebody was just going over my graffiti piece real quick, like bam, and reposting it. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Like, let them at least be able to find me. So then I started moving the floating one and changing and being random. So that was a little harder to hit. And now I haven't been seeing my stuff get stolen. Or if it does, at least I still get my credit some form of fashion. Because it's like I'm at a point where it's like I need every view. I need every follow possible. So it's like
Hmm.
I gotta get them directed back to me. You know what I'm saying? I had people, man, posting my stuff and then they it's funny, man. Which one was it? It was the Moe's one. The who ain't got no blower, who ain't from the set. That one got stolen, right? So my Twitter,
Oh.
look, my Twitter is struggling. Like I'm doing chest compressions on my Twitter, bro. Like I'm like, breathe. Like my Twitter is trash. It gets stolen off of Twitter, right? And the dude crops it. So I was like, okay, you corny for that one, bro, because he crops it
Yeah.
so it's like this much. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even see Mo's hand. You know what I'm saying? You just see Mo. And so somebody stole it from him off Twitter and brought it back to Instagram. And somebody tagged, and this is what I love, man. Shout out to all my followers that do this, man. When people
Hmm.
find my stuff, they tag me in it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my car got stolen and the hood is reported like, hey, we seen it over here on fit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so they somebody tagged me in it. And so I was like, all right, man, give me my credit. And then I'm looking at the comments and everybody's like, hey, give my homeboy the credit, but they ain't talking about me. They talking about old boy on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang. And so you just gotta take that L, but even though notice
Hmm.
the growth in finding out how to do certain things. Cause like I said, it ain't no production company, it ain't no editors. Everything you see on my page is me. You know what I'm saying? It's just me. And so it's like learning all this stuff. And if you truly want something, you're gonna get it. I don't believe in making no excuses, man. If I ain't got something, it's because I haven't worked hard enough. It's because I haven't put forth the effort. I'm never gonna be like, oh man, these circumstances, oh this, that, and the third. Nah, because if I truly want it, I'm gonna go get it. Because I've watched myself do that. Just like with this stamp, man. I was reaching out to the little cartoon version of me that's like floating and stuff. I've reached out to so
Hmm.
many artists. Hey, could you draw me? Hey, could you draw me? I'll pay you. Give me your price. You know what I'm saying? Give me your price. And nobody got back to me. One cat got back to me, but he's extremely busy, man. So I don't fault him for that. You know what I'm saying? He
Hmm.
got a family. He running like screw your cartoon, nigga. I got kids to feed. I got you. You know what I'm saying? No harm, no foul. But everybody else that does this, nobody reached out. So then I ended up creating a cartoon myself. And then it was like, okay, maybe I need to see that lesson that before I go give somebody else the money, I could do it myself in-house for free. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't come out bad either. It looked like I sent that off. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so it's one of them things, man, where it's like if you really want it, you're gonna get it. If you really want it, you're gonna get it. You know, you're
Yeah.
gonna work for it, you're gonna get it. Simple as that. And it just takes time and growth. And just start. Just start. You never know, man. People so afraid to just start. It's like just take the first step. You know, you don't want paralysis by analysis. Where you think it too hard and now you don't go nowhere because you done overthought it. Just do it. It come out trash. It come out trash. And now don't get rid of it. That's the archive. Now you have a start point
Hmm.
of now you dated yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now you have something that's dateable where you like, okay, dang, back in now 6 months later, you like, dang, look, we was doing over. You know what I'm saying? This
Hmm.
first I was looking like a Roblox character, but now we done got better cameras. Now we done got better scripts. Now we done did this, and this, and it's better now. So it's like I tell people all the time, man, just start. That's my best advice for anybody. People always ask me for advice, and I don't want to give them the wrong game because what may have worked for me may not work for you. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I just tell people to just start, man, and take criticism. Don't take nothing personal. It's just business at the end of the day. This is all just business. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna hate. It don't matter what you post. You know what I'm saying? I could post a baby's first steps, and they're gonna be like, he bow-legged. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna tear the baby up. It don't matter, man. Like somebody gonna have something negative to say. So it's like take criticism, but watch out for the haters, man. Like I done had so many people threaten to kill me over the comments, and I'm like word, bro, like over, like you know what I'm
Wow.
saying, like you tripping, bro, like. And then it's like I can't wait till they create the technology where you could teleport to a nigga in the comments. Like I be just wanting to pop up in somebody's living room, like, "What's up? What was that stuff you was talking? You talking about you gonna kill me from the comforts of your own home, wearing pajamas, eating Fruit Loops? Talk about you gonna kill somebody? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's crazy, man. Or the anonymous stuff, man. You know them like you can send the anonymous messages and stuff. Man,
Yeah.
people be wilding in them things, bro. Like the females be wilding, but the dudes be tripping. Like, yeah, we finna slide on you. I'm like, okay, like word, word. That's what y'all finna do. Because if I was gonna slide on somebody, I would want the element of surprise. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? I wouldn't tell somebody, hey, we finna kill you, right? You know what I'm saying? We finna, hey, real quick. I don't know what you're doing, but just know your day's number. We on. Like what? Like okay, bet. Word. Let me put that down in the calendar. 3:30. Niggas is gonna try it. Like you wanna tag a location too? Like it's like it's crazy to me, man. But so don't listen to too much, man. It's gonna be somebody gonna hate. It's gonna hate, and I try to get rid of the hateful comments because I don't like for people to go back and forth. Like I tell people all the time, don't go back and forth with these people. For what? We
Hmm.
can't put our hands on. We can't even touch them. You know what I'm saying? We can't touch them. So don't go back and forth with these people, man. Let these people hate. Put them on goofy time. And then guess what? If you delete the comment, they no longer exist. You know what I'm saying? The person vanishes off into lame niggerville and they gone. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? They
Facts.
gone. You delete the comment, guess what? He gone. Bam. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I've had some people like repost the same comment 3 times. I'm like, okay, you a persistent lame. Okay, gotcha. Guess
Yeah.
what happened?
And
Rewind,
I
delete.
and I feel like if you haven't got a death threat, you ain't made it yet.
Man, all
You
the
ain't
great,
popping.
all the, you know what I'm saying? Somebody don't want you to live. That's when you know you great. When somebody like, oh, I just hate this nigga's alive. You know what I'm saying? I put it like this, man. I don't even like the people around me, the people that love me, my family and stuff. They get more upset over these comments than I do. Like I was scrolling one time, I see my cousin getting into it. I hit him up. I was like, I don't even know who this man is. Like, stop getting into it with people. It's senseless because that's what comes with the game, man. I don't know what you believe, but Jesus didn't do nothing to nobody, and they still killed him. You know what I'm saying? Like my man literally
Right.
walked around, healed sick people, fed people. Was like, hey, nigga, you got some bread? Okay, God bless you. Hey, you got some bread? Okay, God bless you. All right, everybody sit around, crisscross applesauce. I'm gonna tell y'all some stories, and I'm gonna feed y'all, and then I'm off to Bethlehem. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they still was just like, I don't like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, the nigga with
Right.
the sandals that just healed the sick man? Yeah, yeah, nah, something ain't right. Yeah, no, I don't like that. What's today? Sunday? Oh, he ain't supposed to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does that, bro? So you ain't, and I ain't nowhere near him. I ain't nowhere near perfect. So why would I expect not
Mm-mm.
to get hated on? You know what I'm saying? Why would I expect not to get hated on? The man was perfect and got hated on. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't. That's what come with it, bro. If anything, it fuels me because you don't hate on what you know what I'm saying. What ain't valuable. You know what I'm saying? You don't get hate. You don't. If I didn't have hate, that means I don't have something for you to envy. I don't have something for you to. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't hating on me, then I'm obviously not doing my job. Now, I'm not one of these people that be like, oh, I love my haters. Bring on the hate. I feel like that's how you get shot. You know what I'm saying? You start asking for stuff that you really don't want. You know what I'm saying? But I accept the fact that somebody gonna hate. It is what it is, man. Somebody always gonna hate. It's always been like that, man. Even when I was super broke, man, because I come from humble beginnings. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking so, man. Look, I used to get free shoes from school. You know how bad your schools got. You know how bad your shoes got to be for the principal to walk by and be like, "Dang, hey, take this voucher, my nigga, get you some light up." You know what I'm saying? Like, not just that. Not only did they give you the free shoes, they took you to go get them. They like, nah, we need to make sure you get these like today. I don't know what's going on, but you need to. So I come from, being like really broke. And
Yeah, me
so,
too. Me too.
but with that being said, I still would get hated on. I would get hated on by freshmen. I'd be like, "Nigga, you look like a rapper, bro. Like, why are you hating on me?" You know what I'm saying? I used to go to school, beat up Chucks, same Benny Siegel hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Just an angry rap kid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I still would get hated on. And so that's when I knew I was like, okay, they hating on me when I ain't got nothing. It's in me, not on me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's in me, not on me. It's not my physical possessions. It's my spiritual gifts. It's my, you know what I'm saying? It's my talent. It's who I am. It's how I carry myself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And and that was when I was a kid when I didn't really know no better. Now as a man, knowing who I am, oh man, you really gonna hate. Cause it don't matter how bad I'm doing. I could be barefoot under a bridge eating jello with a fork. Guess what? I'm still that dude. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm still him. You can't tell me nothing. I don't care if I wake up in an 86 Buick. You know what I'm saying? Make an
Mm-hmm.
oatmeal in the front seat. I'm still that dude. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. Put me in a cell. Guess what? I'm still that dude. Put me in a mansion. I'm still that guy. So it's like it's just knowing who you are, man, and you're gonna have that hate. If you somebody special, you're gonna have that hate. You know what I'm saying? Darkness and light can't dwell in the same spots. Some of these people are darkness. That's just what they are.
Mm-hmm.
They dark hearted people. And people like me and you, we are lights. We're natural lights amongst these people. They can't dwell, can't coexist. It's just the way it is.
I agree, man. And congratulations on having Snoop Dogg, man. Post your video, man. I saw that.
Appreciate it,
How
man.
did you feel
Appreciate it.
about that?
Hey
Was it a
man, you know
shocker?
what? Hey, listen, man. It's the second repost. Who's counting? Um, it's the second
My
one. You know what
man,
I'm
the
saying?
second
We've been here
repost. Yeah, my
before.
bad.
You know what I'm saying? I felt like somebody that was re-invited back to like the King's Castle. I was like, oh yeah, we've been here before. Thank you for inviting me again. It's nice to be back. Are the towels where y'all usually keep them? That's what they all usually. Okay, bet. Now, to be honest, the first time it happened was a shocker. I didn't even know. I was doing hair. I was braiding some hair, and the homie called me and he was like, "Cuz, have you heard?" I was like, "What?" He was like, "Snoop reposted you," and it was like, "Oh snap, it's up." So the second time that it happened, it wasn't as much of a shocker because I knew it was gonna happen. I said I saw it did 2 million on my page alone. It did 2 million views on my own. No sponsoring messages, no ad, nothing, no me begging people to share it, none of that. And it did 2 million by itself on mine. So I knew, I said, it's only a matter of time before he gets it. Now, right? I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if Snoop is posting stuff himself or if he got somebody that's managing and it's like, oh yeah, this was popping, post it. You know what I'm saying? Because he posts all the time. It's now it's probably like 35 videos in front of it. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
it's one of them things where it was kind of be expected, man. And it's just it lets me know, and I tell people this, man. It's not validation, it's confirmation. You know what I'm saying? I was valid with or without the repost. It was funny with or without him reposting, but it
Mm-hmm.
confirms that I was right about what it is. Okay, this is something special. This is something that's quality. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the congrats on it, man. I appreciate that. But it's one of them things too where it's like, man, we gonna keep going. It was nice to see, but I wasn't super geeked. I wasn't like, oh, we own the Crips. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't. It's not one of them things, but it's just is it lets me know, okay, you know what I'm saying? If anything, you know what it felt like? It feels like I'm on I'm driving and I just seen a sign that let me know I'm getting close to the destination. You know what I'm saying? Okay, bam, that's the okay, boom. We're going in the right direction, and that's all it really is, man. Would I like to work with him? Of course, that'd be legendary, man. And who knows? Who knows what the future holds? But it's just one of them things where, like I said, it wasn't validation; it's confirmation. That's not what makes me valid. What makes me valid is my consistency, my love for the game, my passion towards it. Staying true to myself and not biting off of anybody. You know what I'm saying? We live in a time where
Hmm.
now it's okay to bite. You know what I'm saying? Like people are
Yeah.
stealing a lot of content and they're not even switching it up. They're not even doing it different. They're doing it exactly how they seen somebody else do it. And it's like, okay, it's nothing wrong with emulating or imitating, but what makes you you? What makes you special? Are you gonna throw some different facial expressions? You're gonna wear some different clothes? You're gonna change up the scenery? There's so many variables that you could change that would now make the video different and unique to you. And people don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he did a voiceover or a dance and he did it in his kitchen. Nigga, do it in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to a park, do it in the middle of Starbucks, do it something different, but don't do it exactly copy and paste, stencil, stencil, stencil. This is like a stencil time. Everybody's just kind of stenciling in. So the fact that I can honestly say I'm different, and people compare me to like Watsumi Kwan and the other like West Coast comics that do stuff like this, but I'm still different in my own way. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these cats, they don't do stand up. You know what I'm saying? They do shows and but they not stand up comics. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's like I'm still being different in my own way. I'm still bringing my flavor to it into this art. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really see too many comedians that talk about and I haven't posted a lot because I'm planning on filming a comedy special pretty soon. So I want to like save a lot of my like material and like really put it out and make it a whole production. But you don't see a lot of comedians talking about gangbanging from the standpoint that I talk about it from and make it relatable to where even
Hmm.
when I talk about it, even if you ain't from nowhere or you ain't from an area that has gangs in it, you gonna feel what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Hmm.
gonna make it relatable. And so it's like that's the niche. It's like be true to yourself. And then I'm really from there. This ain't no act. I'm really from
Hmm.
a hood. I'm really from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like just being true to yourself. And I wish more people would push for originality. That's what's gonna make you stand out. We live in a time where people think you have to sound or be like somebody else who made it in order to make it. But be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I heard on an interview, it was with Nip. He said, "Ain't no traffic in your lane," and I was like, "Dang, I'm in California, bro. We
Damn.
know traffic is everywhere." You know what I'm saying? That hit on a
Facts.
whole. That hit on a
Uh-huh.
whole nother. We be having that traffic where I'm like, "Where are you niggas going at 1 o'clock?" You know what I'm saying? Like it is 1:30. Why is there traffic? Did everybody leave early? Like I'm like, people calling up. It's that traffic where you want an explanation what's going on. So when I heard that ain't no traffic in your lane, I just imagine me being in my own lane. Like, what if I had my own personal lane on the freeway? Ain't nobody in it but me. What? You couldn't tell me nothing. I might even tear up. You know what I'm saying? Like this is beautiful, nigga. I'm moving. I'm moving. Ain't nobody in it. Ain't no traffic in your lane, though. So stay in your lane. Be in your lane. That's why it's so congested. That's why
Hmm.
the hip hop freeway is so congested. We got enough lean sipping, extendo rapping niggas. We got enough of that. What makes you you? What makes you different? You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of them things, man, where it's like I said, that's it's confirmation. I mean, it's confirmation, not validation. What makes you valid is being true to yourself. That's what validates you. I don't need the stamp of other comedians, man. I don't need the stamp. And it's not that I'm hating on them. It's good looks when they do reach out. I had King Batch give it up to me one time. That was a dope experience for me. But I didn't sit there and be like, "Oh, Sensei, show me your ways. I remember you conquered Vine." You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't that for me. It was just like, okay,
Hmm.
appreciate you. Got on. You know what I'm saying? I was on. I was out of there. And so it's one of those things, man, where it's like you don't have to wait for somebody else to tell you great. Tell yourself you great. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Tell yourself. It's funny. The people that should do it don't, and the people that shouldn't do it do it. The people that be like, "I'm the best ever,"
Man.
and it's like, nah, bro, you really meant to be a forklift driver, but you over here, you know what I'm saying? You really meant to. Can't nobody stack them pallets like you, Jack. You know what I'm saying? But you over here telling yourself you the greatest, this, you the great, and you shouldn't be doing that. And then you got somebody who's the next Basquiat, you know what I'm saying? Or Basquiat, however you pronounce it, the next greatest painter, and they ain't even believing in themselves. They ain't telling themselves that they make masterpieces. I done stumbled across a lot of great people where I'm like, yo, put this out today. And they just like,
Hmm.
nah, man, this ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like they waiting for validation from somebody else. You know, it's
Yeah.
crazy. I done seen it. I'm talking about people. I'm like, yo, you one of the coldest to ever do it, and they just like, nah, it's cool. You know,
Oh yeah, and validation is dangerous, man. And I learned that myself because validation will keep you where you at. You won't
right?
be able to level up. And
Nope.
because when I decided to do the show, man, I have been through a lot of shit. Like I have been through hell and back, and I just wanted to help people. It just took a minute for people to see what I was talking about because I just always had this vision of just being able to talk to people. So I knew I had to get out my comfort zone. I knew I had to get out being shy and being confident and really just going from like start to finish with my plan and as far as like the name and the history behind it and the purpose and the solution and all that. And people like damn, like he got a plan. So let me give him some money. Let me support him. Let me watch him and stuff like that. Cause I had over like 300 episodes, man. So at the end of the day, bro,
That,
I just enjoy what I do, and then I also implement history as well. So made myself a historian. I didn't have to go to college. I didn't have to get nobody's approval to be a
say that.
historian. I
Say that.
just became one,
Say
a,
that.
a great ass one at that too.
Say that.
So,
Say that. Say
but
that.
you're right though. But you're right though. I just think that we just need to stop trying to gain approval and just do the shit. Because
Right.
what do you have to lose?
Right. Right, man. And you don't want to be that person with regrets, bro. I've seen that. I used to work at a retirement home, man. I was a young caregiver, and it shook me. It shook. Even now, just thinking about it, I just got chills again, man. I've seen so many elderly people with regrets, and it was too late for them, you know. And the regrets were literally coming out of nowhere, you know. Like I'd be like, "Hey, Miss So and So, do you want clam chowder or tomato soup today?" And she like, "I should have married Randall." And you like, tomato? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just, what do I say to that? You know what I'm saying? What do
Hmm.
I say to that? But what I don't know is 40 years ago, Randall was on a motorcycle with no helmet, like, hey, Trick, I'm leaving town. You coming or not? And she didn't. She chose to stay with Whoop De Whoop because he was safe and didn't take the
Hmm.
opportunity. She didn't go off and do what she wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, 40 years later, she over here like, I should have married Whoop De Doo. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang. Once I saw that, I said, man, I don't never want to be that person. I don't never want to look back and be like, dang, I wish I would have. I wish I should have. I could have. This, that, and the third. I want to be that person, you know, and Lord willing, I live to an old age that could look back and laugh and be like, can't believe I did that. You know what I'm saying? And got away with it. I did it. I made my own way. I want to be able to do that, man. Since I've started this journey, there has not been one time where I was like, dang, I wish I wouldn't have done it. There hasn't been that one time. Not one time. And it was rough, bro. Everybody wasn't supportive. I remember the first time I told my dad I was going to be a comedian, he literally yelled like no over the phone. He was like, no. like, like you would have thought I told him, hey, bro, I'm gonna quit my job and start smoking crack. Like he was just so distraught. He couldn't
Hmm.
fathom because in his mind, I'm gonna be a clown on a unicycle with the nose like bucket, bucket. Like he thinking that I'm gonna be like just a complete joke. But now as he's watched me grow and he's watched people recognize me and see me and be like, hey, you that dude. Now he's like, okay, it's working. Okay, he's really doing it. Okay, like he respects it. He respects the hustle. But man, that was tough, man, because since a kid, I've always wanted my dad's approval. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted him to be proud. I always wanted him to be able to be like, that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? We never really had those type of that big moment. Cause I didn't he was an athlete. I didn't play sports. I've
Hmm.
always been athletic. I've always been a naturally big dude and fast for a big dude, but I never was into sports. That wasn't my like I said, I was an artist. I was a poet. I wanted to
Hmm.
act. I wanted to be in theater. You know what I'm saying? And even then, I couldn't really work in that vessel because I went to a school where the theater was ran by like preppy white kids. So what you gonna tell to a kid from the hood? You know what I'm saying? Y'all go home to y'all big houses and, two-parent households and cars and stuff, and I got to worry about getting shot at coming off this bus. We living in two different worlds. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like I couldn't even fully exercise that part of me either. So it's like we never had that moment. It was like that's my boy. And so with that being said, it took a lot for me to be like, okay, Cree, like I thought that support, you ain't gonna always get that support and you still gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
now I'm thankful because now I look at it and I'm like, dang, look what I built just with a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just with a little bit of effort and consistency, look what I built. You know what I'm saying? I got people that actually tap in and want to see this stuff, that wait for this stuff, that actually I get messages 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. People hit me up. Hey man, you help me with my depression. Whenever I'm going through it, I just watch your videos, man. Please keep doing what you're doing. That's enough for me.
Hmm.
I know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? If I can help somebody else, I done job well done, if you ask me, for what
Yeah.
I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm right there with you, bro. I still work a regular job. Do I
Hmm.
talk about it? No. These fools, please, they tell you, man, what? They tell you what people create this image of you.
Hmm.
And when you're not that, they be like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I told this girl, I was like, yeah, I'm about to go to work. She's like, wait, you work? I was like, girl, I ain't famous just yet. I'm infamous. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. I'm hood famous. Hood famous don't come with no money. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it
It
doesn't.
don't come, nah, it come with respect. It come with
Yeah.
respect and being known. But nah, I'm still out here grinding. I'm still waiting on that paycheck like you. And she just couldn't fathom it. She was like, I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it.
I'm li-
Like,
I'm like,
what?
shit, we gotta cross over. That's where the money
Come
at. We
on.
gotta cross
Come
over.
on.
Like,
And it's coming,
regardless.
bro. And it's and
Yeah.
it's and it's coming. That's the other thing too. People often fail because they just stop. And it's
Hmm.
like if you just keep going, it's gonna hit. It's the law of averages. You know what I'm saying? If I'm blindfolded and I'm shooting at a target, bro, you give me 100 rounds, I'm bound to hit it. You know what I'm saying? You give me 1,000 rounds, I'm even have a more greater chance of hitting it multiple times. ten
Hmm.
thousand rounds, now I'm eating the target up. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like you gotta keep going, man. You gotta keep pressing forward, and people don't realize that it's not just gonna come. It's not just gonna, and then you gotta get out your own head. Cause I be having a hard time going to work. You know what I'm saying? I be at work like peasants, all of you. I don't deserve to be here. I'm great. I'm grand. These circumstances don't match my royalty. Like, it'd be hard. It'd be so hard, boy. It'd be so hard to get through the workday sometimes because I just know. I know who I am and I know what I'm meant to do.
Hmm.
But I also don't take nothing away from the moment. Live in the moment. Because once it's gone, who knows, bro? Once I get this Netflix type money, I may be sitting up in my penthouse like, dang, it's so hard up here. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna look back and be like, it was so simple back then. You didn't even
Yeah.
realize how simple it was. You know? Just like now, I look back on my high school years and I'm like, dang, it was simple. It was rough because we was dealing with, the area and stuff and you had to, but I made it home every day. I'm not one of these
Hmm.
people that just make it seem like it was full blown war every time I stepped outside. Nah, I made it home every day.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. It got funky. I've been jumped with the rest of them. I done been, robbed. I've been all of that. So
Yeah.
for the age of 15. So it's like, but at the same time, those problems have nothing on these grown man problems. Have
No.
nothing on these grown man problems. I was like, hey, I need a redo because nobody told me about nobody told me. Y'all didn't say nothing about this. There's some bull over here. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
ain't lying.
Man,
You
I
ain't
feel like
lying.
adulthood is a room with just some raggedy stuff going on, and you walk in and they lock it behind you. You like, hold on, open this back up, bro. Y'all didn't tell me they was doing this in here. This is trash. Like it's crazy, bro. It's raggedy. It is raggedy.
And it's
You know,
funny, because like when I was a teenager, man, I used to just be petty, man. I would just eat and drink up everything, and my
right?
mom would cuss me the fuck out. And then I realized why was she was so mean at because of
Yeah.
inflation and shit. I was like, yeah, okay, I get it,
Somebody
mom.
paying
I'm
for this,
sorry.
right? Somebody paying for this, right? You don't
With
know.
no
You just chilling.
stamps, so
You
I
just
get
chilling.
it.
You just chilling.
You
Look,
pay
even with the
groceries with
stamps, they gotta
cash.
make it
I get it.
last. You gotta make the stamps last, boy, because now you be looking crazy. Like, is it the temp? Is it the temp ink? Is it no? When they gonna refill the stamps? Calling checking the balance every. But I was that kid. Look, that's how bad we was. I was that kid checking the food stamp balance at the payphone. When I found out you can call the food stamp line for free on the payphone, I was like, shoot, man, I'm getting me some chips today. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting some chips today. I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things too. Like now you realize it, now you see, because you the resource. You know what I'm saying? You the resource now. And even just the responsibility, man. When you a teenager, you ain't gotta work. You know what I'm saying? I could slap somebody and
Yeah,
come home in the weekend. I slap somebody now as a grown man, they gonna try to break my back in the court. You know what I'm saying? They gonna try to
facts.
they be like, what? I mean, look at these are all my charges. I only slapped him one time. These are all my charges. Golly. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Here
like,
we
how
go.
I get attempted murder? He was
Right,
awake. What the?
right. You be like street terrorism. I ain't got no bomb or nothing. What you mean street terrorism? This is crazy. How am I a terrorist? I was just angry. He took my parking spot. You know what I'm saying? Like
Man.
it's just you never know what you got till it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Even the simplicity of not having social media. I miss them days. You know what I'm saying? I miss them days. And I don't want to sound like the typical old cat, because that's somewhere right now in a barber shop, there's two old men talking about the 70s, boy. The 70s was where it was at. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be too
Hmm.
much like that and get trapped in the past, but I miss when it was simpler times where it was no social media. You know what I'm saying? It was no none of that. You didn't know what somebody else was doing over here. It didn't give you no complex in your mind about what you're doing. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because even now, people show you the highlights, but you don't see what they going through. You see the
No.
one picture. You don't see the thousand that they took before and then how they broke down after they posted it. You know what I'm saying? You're like, dang, she fine. What you don't know is as soon as she posted it, she cried herself to sleep and went in the bathroom and made herself throw up. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't
Facts.
know what's going on. Or you see the dude on the jet ski, like, yeah, nigga, we in Dubai. You see it. You see it the waves. What you don't know is he took out a loan that he couldn't pay back to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now he in debt. You never know. It'd be so many falsehoods on this thing. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So
Yeah.
I miss when you weren't exposed to so much, because now it's a gift and a curse. We exposed to so much and we see what's going on that it starts to mess with you and be like, dang man, I'm over here at work. Why I ain't in Dubai? You know what I'm saying? You like, I want to be petting a lion too. Why I ain't petting lions right now? And you didn't have that. You wasn't exposed to that. It was simpler times, you just wanted to be outside. The kids
Yeah.
don't even go outside like that no more. You know what I'm
No.
saying? They don't go outside like that. Let the Wi-Fi be off though, they get to tripping. But they don't go outside. We wanted to go outside. We didn't care
Hmm.
what had we wanted to go. If somebody just got murdered, we still wanted to be outside. You know what I'm saying?
And
we
came back in the house smelling like outside, man.
Man, what?
So
Listen, we used to get in trouble, and my parents would be like, all right, y'all could either stay in the house for the rest of the day, or you could take this whooping and go outside. And 10 minutes later, we was, what y'all playing? Please. We took the whooping every time. What? We took the whooping every time because you wanted to be outside. It was a simpler
yeah.
time, man. You know what I'm saying? Where you walked or rode your bike everywhere. It was different. And I miss that, man. It wasn't this high. Now, it had their problems back then. It had
Yeah.
its problems back then. There was still a social status. If you ain't had no T-Mobile sidekick, you ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it still had its hierarchy, but it wasn't like it is now. Like now, I feel bad for these kids. I feel bad for these teenagers. They thinking they gotta be. You know what I'm saying? This kid 13, he think he gotta be an influencer right now because he see everybody else doing it. It's like that may not be your lane. If it's your lane, okay, but it may not be your lane. It's a lot of people doing things that they really shouldn't be doing because they just think that's what. Okay, this is the wave. This is what we doing. This is what everybody else doing. You know,
Hmm.
and it's sad, man. That's gonna lead you to a lot of heartbreak. People don't spend it, and that's the other thing too, man. People don't spend enough time with themselves. I spend time with myself. I meditate, I journal. I've been journaling since the third grade. You know what I'm saying? I just recently found some journals from the third grade. I was like, man, I was tripping. You know what I'm saying? But once again, like I said earlier, that's how you date yourself as well. Because now I could date my thinking and my mental capacity and how it's changed so much. But people don't get to know themselves. You know what I'm saying? People will let the zodiac signs tell them who they are before they get to find out who they are. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Find out who you are first, and then you can go from there. You know, but people don't do that.
And you ain't lying. And finding out who I was the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Say that. Say that. I wanted to ask you too, man. Where exactly are you from, bro? Because you kind of just reached out, and I appreciate that. I love that, man, because people be thinking like I'm untouchable, I'm down to earth. You know what I'm saying? So when you reached out, I was like, oh yeah, this is dope. I gotta make some time for this. But I wanted to know, man, where exactly you from?
Saginaw, Michigan.
Okay, word, word, word. Born and
Yep.
raised?
Yep.
Word.
I went to high school with Draymond Green.
Okay, word, word.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
up, bro. So what
It,
got you into doing this, man? What got you? What was your first like? Okay, I'm about to reach out and start doing this.
man. Well, I always talk about this, but well, my brother passed away, and then my grandmother passed away,
Mm,
then my stepfather passed away, and then my last grandparent passed away. Then I had like a few friends, it's back to back funerals and deaths
mm,
and everything.
mm,
So I went through a 7 year depression and
mm,
suicidal. Friends was like betrayed me and stuff like that. And I just wanted to just end it all, man. And then just luckily my god brother, um, when he had his son, his first child, I became his godfather.
mm,
So that really just kicked it up because he was the only one that believed in me, and he was just telling me like, man, you got a story, man. Your story is phenomenal, man, and you a strong dude, man. You just don't
mm.
know who needs to hear this.
Right, right.
And I just was, still questioning him, like, man, ain't nobody gonna listen to me. Ain't nobody gonna take heed to what I'm saying. He said, man, like, you have been through so much. Who
Mm.
wouldn't listen to you? So when he said that, 3 days later, I aired my first episode. I didn't even have a name or nothing like that. Just
Word.
everything just came to me. But that just really was like, yeah, like I went through all of that to get to this, and I don't have any regrets, man. I'll go through it again if it's going to help people, if it's going to uplift people, because we got to really stop acting like we invincible, that we can't be indestructible. Because shoot, man, depression just would hit you just at a ton
Mm,
of bricks, and
mm,
you don't know what it is at first, but it takes
mm.
people to love you to want the best for you, man. So
Right.
so I just wanted to give back and just give people just that notion, like, as long as you have your faith, you can outride anything.
Mm. That's deep, man. That's deep. I
Yeah.
appreciate you sharing that with me, man. And
Yeah, thank you, bro.
that's a beautiful story, man. First off, condolences to everybody that you lost, man.
Yeah,
But
thank you,
that's a
man.
beautiful story, man, because a lot of times people don't realize. I think depression hits the creatives more
Yeah.
because my one of my pastors shared this with me. He said a Corvette is a nice car, right? It's a
Hmm.
real nice car. He said, but it's not meant to be driven every day like a to B car. It's meant to be driven on like a racetrack. He said, so when people start using it every day like it's a Honda, it starts to break down because it's not being used how it's meant to be used. And he
Yeah.
said, people are the same way. When people aren't being used how they're meant to be used, they start to break down. So I
Hmm.
think that's dope that you found your niche and started doing what you do because as a creative, I feel like that's when it hits you the most because you don't fit in this puzzle piece that the world has created. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And it's funny how that works, man, because if you do it right, you'll never have to work another day in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like people was like, dang, Creed, I don't know if you should do comedy. And I'm thinking to myself, you would never say that to Kevin Hart. You know
No.
what I'm saying? When he got enough money to buy the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And then some. So it's
Facts.
one of those things where it's like it's funny how people might try to put that limitation on you, but it's like if I do this thing right and I keep doing this thing, for one, it's gonna help me. It's gonna be therapeutic. But
Hmm.
two, this thing hitting catches, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I'm sorry I couldn't hear you over me paying your child's tuition. What was you saying? You know what I'm saying? Like what was you word? You know what I'm saying? Word. What was you saying? So that's how I look at it, man. You gotta see it like that. You gotta see it for yourself because if you don't believe in you, who will? You know. But that's
Right.
dope, bro. That is dope. You did exactly what I was talking about earlier. You just started. And look at you now. You know what I'm saying? This is a blessing for me to get me comfortable because I'm like, okay, when you first told me about it, I like doing podcasts, but
Hmm.
I don't get invited on them enough, if you ask me. I feel like people should be always be like, yo, boom, 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 and I should be talking to different people. So I'm like, okay, this is getting me ready for that seat because this is what I want to do. I want to be on more podcasts. I want to do more interviews. I don't want to be, I'm not trying to get on there and sound like a typical like stuck in 95 gang member like cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to be that person. So it's
Yeah.
like this is getting me comfortable and I appreciate you even having me on here because this is something for me. You know what I'm saying? And then it gives me a chance to even use like the backdrop and I got the ring light and I'm like, I don't never use none of this stuff. Like I'm like I couldn't wait to hang it up. I was like, my cousin don't even know he talking to me. I'm facing the closet. Like this is great. You know what I'm saying? So this is dope for me, man. This is just a dope experience for me, and I appreciate you for even thinking to have me on there, man. If you don't mind me asking you one more question, bro, how did you even find my content?
Oh shoot. My homeboy, I got five. Let's talk. He
Mm,
had posted like one of your videos in the story, right?
mm,
So I laugh because even though I've never been to California, I have seen so many movies. So it was just like the way that it
okay,
was just conveyed, right? I was like,
right.
man, I gotta meet this dude, man. This dude is
Or
genius. So
I appreciate
yeah,
it.
bro, that's just how it went, man, in the universe, and God brought us together. So
Say that, man. I appreciate
yeah,
that, bro. I really do, cause like, and the other thing too, man, is I just appreciate you because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was nervous. I was like, man, I hope he a cool dude, bro. Like I hope, cause I get, man, look, I be getting hit up, and some of these people be weirdos, dog. And I be like, okay, delete, block, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it be bad, bro. I remember one time I went live. I was bored, so I did like a little like quick live comedy show. I was just saying jokes. And it was like a lady in the comments just ruining it for everybody. Like she got weird, and I was like, I can't even be on. Like you know how bad you got to be to weird somebody out through the phone.
yeah.
Like it wasn't even a physical audience. Like you weirded me out through comments. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh heck no.
Wow.
I was like, heck, yeah, I gotta get it off. She done messed it up. I felt like one of them artists that got hit. Anytime when an artist get hit with a water ball, they like, yeah, he just messed it up for everybody and walk off.
Hmm.
That's how I
Oh
felt.
hell yeah.
I was like, yeah, such and such 89, just mess it up for everybody. I'm out. And so I just appreciate you being a genuine person, man, being a cool person. We definitely gonna collab, bro. We definitely gonna collab and make and as well too, man. Let me know what I can do so I can get more people directed to you and get more
Okay.
people to come to you and get your following. You know what I'm saying? Have my followers be your followers. You know what I'm
Yeah. Thank
saying?
you, man.
Yeah, yeah. My fault, man. I ain't mean to, put the interviewer's seat on you, but
Oh
I
no,
had some
it's all
I had some
good.
questions I wanted to ask you, man, because like I said, I was intrigued, and as I'm watching your stuff, because I watched other interviews too. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I watched other interviews. I was like, okay, let me see, and then I saw that you had actual direction. Excuse me, because most people don't. You know what I'm saying? Most
Hmm.
people start a podcast, and it ends up becoming like barbershop talk. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And there's no direction. So when I seen you had actual questions, you had actual direction, I was like, okay, bam, I can do this. I can mess with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man. No problem, man. And shoot, let's stay locked in, man. Like I really enjoyed talking to you
Appreciate
tonight,
that, bro.
man.
Likewise.
I know that I kept you longer than expected, but hey, it was supposed to happen. But
Hey, I was about to say, bro, it was all divine appointment, bro. I was thinking about that, but I was like, you can't put a time on it. And the other thing too is you can't stop it too early. That would have been, you know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
feel like everything that was meant to be said got said. You know what I'm saying? And this is
yeah,
definitely, this ain't the last time, man. Have me back on again, and you know what I'm saying? We could chop it up and talk about some other things. And if you think of any questions, bro, write them down and let's discuss it. Because like I said, I'm all about being transparent. You know what I'm saying? I'm all
yeah,
about being transparent and I'm all about talking about. And there's no question that you can ask me that I haven't already thought of in my own mind. Like, okay, somebody gonna ask about this. You know. Now, shout out to Trapafornia. They actually came with some a question I would have never thought of. I was like, okay, yeah, y'all got that one. They said, would you rather fight a gorilla-sized chicken or six chicken-sized gorillas? I was like, I was like, and look, it was funny because it was a goofy question, but then my wheels started turning. I said, hold on, cuz, do the gorillas still have gorilla strength? And they was like, yes. I said, give me the chicken all day. I said, give me the chicken all
yeah.
day. Because
Oh
gorillas
yeah,
have actual hands. I can't deal with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I say I pull a gun and they get the gun from me. You know what I'm saying? Now the gorillas, man. The gorilla like, ha! I'm like, dang, he got actual hands. I'd rather fight a chicken. Chicken ain't got no fingers to fight. I'll be looking like Peter Griffin fighting a chicken all day. You know what I'm saying?
Man, the
but
classic, man. It's crazy.
but that's a crazy question. That was so far out. I was like, I would have never thought of that, man. That question was definitely brought to you by weed. Like that was definitely a high moment. They definitely was in the studio like, hey nigga, would you rather fight? Like that definitely was one of those. Word, word. Like that was definitely one of the questions. That I would have never saw that coming. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to California Tone. Shout out to all of them.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, man, I'm like one of your top five favorite fans, bro. Like,
Appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
cause I always make sure that my Michigan folks, man, get some real stuff, man. Cause we so like left behind off everything. So that's why I'm really happy that I had stumbled upon your material because like it's fresh and it's
Right.
organic, it's authentic, and
Appreciate that.
because a lot of people were just asking me, like, man, you know a lot of people, man. Who this guy? I was like, man, I don't know, but he coming on the show and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just take this live, man, and put it on my Facebook page, bro, and just really have people get to know you, man, because I just really dig you, man,
Appreciate that, bro.
and I just, wish you nothing but success and just good luck in your future endeavors, man.
Thank you, bro. Likewise. Once again, thank you for having me on, man. And I think that's a good point, man. I think we didn't reach a good stopping point, bro. Like I said, if you have me back on again, please
Oh
do,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, I
Please
got
do.
you. I
And
got
I'll
you.
definitely connect you with other comedians too, so they can come on, man, and you can just keep this thing fresh.
Okay, I got you, man. So, how about like next month?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Tap in with me, man. Same as all. I'm gonna actually shoot you my personal line though, that way, cause I ain't gonna lie, this Instagram do what it want, bro.
Okay.
I can't stand it now. I can't even keep up with it. I get flooded with so much. I missed out on so many opportunities because it's hard to navigate, man. The inbox be crazy, and then people be getting mad when I don't tap in with them. It's like, nigga, I don't know you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't. They like people be getting offended, bro. They be like, "Yeah, why'd you tell me?" I don't know you, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm gonna send you my line, bro, so we can stay locked in.
Okay, bro.
All right, bro. Well, I appreciate you, man, and enjoy the rest of your day, man. Until next time,
All right, bro. Peace.
peace.